guys, today's video is going to be an empties and a favourites. I decided to put the two together because I asked on Instagram what video you would like beauty content wise, and these were the tops, so I thought I would just do both in one. So I've got a bunch of empties in front of me. I've been collecting them surreptitiously for a while because I kind of decided I wasn't going to make these videos anymore. I hate collecting rubbish. I like to just be like do a full sweep of the bathroom or whatever and just throw everything out and make everything kind of neat and clean. And I don't like to have to hold on to stuff, but I happen to have quite a few things, and to balance it out I thought I would give you some favourites as well. So a lot of the stuff I've got here that I've used are cleansers. The first one is the Gentle Bubble Glam Glow Cleanser. This was super basic. A lot of this stuff also was gifted. I'll try and make a list below. I'll try to remember to make a list below and kind of star the ones that were gifted, but it makes no difference. It has no bearing on my opinion, but obviously you guys need to know that some of these products were sent to me and some of them I purchased for myself. This was sent to me and I wasn't all about it. It's just a really, really basic cleanser. It's just like a liquid soap for your face. Nothing special about it at all for me. Maybe it's great for your skin. It was just super blah for me. One that I did really like was the Pixi Rose Cream Cleanser. Now, Pixi send me a lot of stuff. They've basically never emailed me to my knowledge. They've never contacted me and asked me to talk about them. They have indoctrinated the beauty community. Their PR strategy has been absolutely genius because I feel like they've sent enough stuff out to enough people that everyone's talking about them, and they're always the first thing on your mind when someone talks about skincare, because a good amount of my facial skincare right now is Pixi, purely because it's been sent to me. And that's when the gifted thing kind of comes into play. When people are sent a lot of products, it's difficult to say that you're not biased. Like, I can tell you for sure that if something from Pixi is not good, I will tell you it's not good, and I'm not worried about what they're going to say or being stricken from a list. I'm not worried about anything, but I can't deny that the fact they've sent me so much product and the fact that I've now used so much of their product does skew things a little bit, because I wouldn't have purchased as much Pixi skincare as I have been sent. I wouldn't have used as much. Do you know what I mean? It has changed the way I look at the brand purely because I've been exposed to so much of it, whereas other brands don't have as much of a look in. So it's not quite as balanced as it would have been, but I can tell you that I'm not lying about anything. I don't know. I have a real hard time with the whole PR thing, because even those of us that really try not to be affected by it, you can't deny that it can have an effect. Anyway, that was a tangent. This cleanser is really, really nice. It's got like a slight grittiness to it, a slight scrubbiness to it, but only slight. It's very, very gentle. I still used it all over my face and on my eyes to cleanse my face of makeup, and with and without. And it's really, really nice. I felt like my skin was very, very clean, but it was also not that squeaky clean feeling. It felt nourishing at the same time. I'm not sure I would repurchase because there are other ones that I like more, but I did like this cleanser. Talking of cleansers that I liked more, this is expensive, and again, because it's expensive, I'm not sure if I would repurchase it right now, but the Neal's Yard Rose Beauty Balm is probably my favourite cleanser. Oh, I don't know. There was one from Balance Me that I used to use. Maybe I'll purchase that and just remind myself of how great that was. There was a Balance Me cleanser, a hot cloth, like a polish, I can't remember what it was called, like a polish cleanser, that I really liked. Again, that had a slight texture to it that made it feel like it started off a little bit scrubby and then it melted into your skin. That's something about that really appeals to me. Whereas this is just a really thick balm, a really nice multi-purpose product. I used it when I was on the plane, a nice kind of all over mask to hydrate or treat, something that you can use on your cuticles, on your lips, a nice thing to travel with. I've used another one of these mini travels. I've got another one still. I've used a full size one. I really, really like these, but they are pricey if you're using them as a cleanser, because I want to say they're like, the full size is like £30 or something. That might not be pricey to you, but that's a lot for me for a cleanser. I tried the chamomile one from the Body Shop. I didn't like that as much. I'm looking for another one, something like this, something like a really thick balm. Send me your recommendations. I would like something budget, preferably. Oh, hang on, let me just finish up with the cleansers. Lastly, I've got this Glossier Milk Jelly Cleanser. Very, very similar to the Glam Glow. I have been trying to use this up for ages. Just really, really basic. Just a face wash. Could get it from anywhere. I don't think there was anything special in this. Unless it makes my skin feel great afterwards, I don't really see the difference between buying this or going out and buying something from the supermarket. I really don't. So that wasn't impressive to me at all. The Scrub of Your Life from Soap and Glory. I've used so many of these. This is one of my favourite scrubs. Probably my favourite is the sugar one from Sanctuary. However, the problem with that is it's very oily. I mean, that's the good thing and the bad thing about it all at the same time. So it's, I mean, I don't even have it in front of me, but it is one of my favourites. Now I'm thinking, is it a salt scrub or a sugar scrub? I think it's a sugar scrub, but I could be wrong. And it's like in an oil, and there's nothing that makes my skin feel as good as this one particular thing. And then I'll scrub, and then I rinse the scrub away, and it leaves just enough behind to shave my legs. It's amazing. It's the best. Tell me that there is a better body scrub, because I don't think that there is. But it leaves a lot of mess in the bath. It's just a lot of residue behind. So that was something that I would only ever use kind of as a bit of a treat. Whereas this is a regular scrub. You can use it in the shower and not slip over. And it doesn't leave behind any residue apart from the little beads that are easy enough to wash away. So this is probably the most practical favourite scrub of mine. Talking of leaving your skin really, really nice, the Vaseline Intensive Care Cocoa Radiant. I feel like this used to be more expensive. I remember it being a thing, like a treat to buy this. And I want to say it was close to £8. I could be completely remembering this wrong. But I remember it being a thing where I would go to the supermarket and I would want to buy it and I'd think, that's really expensive, I'm not going to get it. And I picked it up recently and I want to say it was half that price. It could have been on offer, I don't know. But the thing I really like about this is it's like somewhere between a gel and an oil. So you put it on your hand and then you rub it in. And when it comes out of the thing, it's got like it's a thickness to it. It's not an oil, but it goes on like an oil. So it's got a like you can see it in the very last little bits. It's not as liquidy as an oil at all. It's got more of a gel consistency, but when you actually put it onto your skin, it turns into an oil. So it's great for after the bath. If you want something that you can kind of manipulate a little bit better or control a little bit more than an oil, great for that. Also really nice for massage, and it smells amazing. And that's definitely something I would repurchase. And back to facial skincare, this Kiehl's Powerful Strength Line Reducing Concentrate. This is basically the vitamin C serum everyone was talking about last year. Loads of people were sent this. Loads of people did sponsored posts about this. I was completely sold. It was a YouTube made me buy it situation. And it is really, really nice. But it is so expensive. I would buy this again if I had the money to spend. If I wanted to go out and spend, it was in the region of 40 or 50 pounds for this tiny thing. Just thinking about it now. It was massively expensive for a small amount of this, but you do only need a small amount. It does last you a long time. You could use it in certain areas. I felt that my skin the next day looked noticeably different. You can get little samples of it from Kiehl's if you'd like. Even if you decided that you were going to use it kind of just in this area or on your forehead, you could definitely make it last a little bit longer, use a different serum on the rest of your face. But I felt like my skin looked plumper, everything was softer. There was definitely a noticeable result, and you don't get that very often. So I will be scraping the absolute last bits out of this because I really did like it. But I'm not about to spend that money on a serum right now. But if you want to treat yourself, I did think it was great. And I paid my own money for it. I know that it's off-putting when lots of people do sponsored posts about the same things, but that was a really, really good product. Another Pixie product. It almost, at this point, I kind of feel like I shouldn't mention Pixie products because I have that thing in the back of my mind of like, am I being surreptitiously is my word of the day apparently, like mind manipulated by this brand, but truly these are products that I really like. So the Rose Ceramide Cream it's a really nice product for right now, especially if you want to move away from the very heavy night creams. You could use it in the day as well, but very heavy moisturizers, but you still want that very nourished feeling. This will give you that. So it comes out, I don't really want to waste any products, but I'm going to show you what it's like. So you can kind of see on the back of my hand, it's got a slight translucence to it anyway. And as it goes onto your skin, it turns almost immediately into like a very fluid texture. It goes into like, oh man, I'm just wasting so much of this beautiful product. It turns into a very, very fluid and easy to blend out moisturizer, and it's super hydrating, but it's like a refreshing product. It feels cool. I'm not sure if this was intentional. It's a very, very intensive moisturizer, but it doesn't feel heavy on your skin. So right now, if you feel like you're going to be dehydrated in the summertime, or you feel like you're still going to need the nourishing feeling, but you don't want that like, oh, I'm feeling so sweaty already because it's getting hot, and you don't want that extra layer, this is a really nice alternative because it's got all of that hydration, but it's in a much lighter and cooler, refreshing feeling product. I very, very nearly finished with this product, and it was a hybrid. It was either going to go in my favourites or the Empties. So you choose. It's nearly done, but I think I'm going to repurchase this because I really liked it. And lastly, in the Empties is this naked. I just need to put that to one side to make sure I don't throw it away with the rest of the stuff. Lastly is this, which I almost used all of, and then Ella got her hands on it and really squeezed the last of it. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Hybrid Complexion Perfector rather. It's called One and Done, actually. It's basically somewhere between a tinted moisturizer and a foundation. Amazing for summer. I will definitely be buying another one of these. The colour I have is medium light, and I would buy this one again. It's just a foundation or a base product that I've reached for many, many times when it comes to summertime, because I have a hard time with my skin in the summer. It doesn't really know what it wants to do. It's like either, again, you get kind of sweaty in the summer anyway, but it's like extra oily, extra dewy, sweaty, and it can get dehydrated. My pores can become even more visible. A lot of foundations then will wear away really unevenly. It's just not pretty. So I tend to reach for things that are a little bit less coverage. So if they wear away, they're not as obvious. This has never looked bad on my skin, in my opinion. I put it on and it just makes everything look a little bit more even. It gives a little bit of coverage, and just everything kind of blurs and looks better, and it always looks good. So this is my summer foundation of choice. A lot of people asked me about that recently, so we'll throw that in there at the same time. Moving on to some favourites. This is a bit of a random one, but it's called Space Mask, so you may have heard of it. I bought these at Christmas, and I've bought another pack since. I don't use them very often because it's expensive. It's not something that I would be wearing every single night, but if you are struggling to sleep, if you're kind of going through a phase, let's say you've just been on holiday and you've got jet lag, or you're trying to sleep on the flight, trying to make this relevant to right now, this is amazing. It's a heated, I'm not going to open it because then it's done, but it's a self-heating eye mask. Very cute. It's got this pattern on it anyway, and you put it on and it's just warm. Now I would recommend that if you haven't already, because they are expensive and you want to make the most of them, if you haven't already, you go and buy yourself just a cheap regular eye mask to put on top, because I didn't find that this like stayed as firm on my eyes as I wanted. So I like to wear another eye mask on top to kind of really push it down against my eyes. You may feel differently, but I felt that I got the most benefit from wearing another eye mask on top of this one. Possibly retains the heat a little bit longer as well, I don't know. But if you've got really bad headaches, if you are just struggling to sleep, there's nothing as nice as this. I've also tried, there's an Optrex, I want to say it's Optrex version of this, which is a cheaper version. You know, each to their own. I do really like this. I also do really like the other one. I have no affiliation with either, but I think I just, you know, I wanted to recommend them as a concept, and this is the one that I have right here. Plus, you know, shop small and all that. It is a small business, and I really did enjoy my space mask. I'm saving this. I've been sleeping really horribly recently because I've got a really bad back. I'm sitting like this, which doesn't help, but I'm saving this for tonight. So moving on, the lipstick that I'm wearing right now is the Bobbi Brown Extra Lip Tint in Bare Raspberry, which is number 4. That is this. It is, again, a really nice summer product because it's got that sheer, this is like the maximum amount of colour that you can get from it. That sheer wash of colour. I'll show you it just swatched on my hand. Beautiful. A really nice one just to keep in your bag if you want a little bit of extra colour, but you know, quickly reapply without a mirror. Very, very nice product. And it's balmy as well. So if you get like really dry lips, or you're going to be dehydrated, or you're usually just wear a lip balm, it's nice, kind of elevate your lip balm look. This has been something I've used a ton of recently, the Elizabeth Arden 8 Hour Mist. I was given this, this was forever ago, and this is something that I haven't used kind of, I use it all the time. I tend to reach for it at certain periods. in certain phases. And recently I've just not wanted to put a ton of moisturizer on at night, or I've been lazy. I'll do my toner, I'll get to bed and I'm like, I can't be bothered. And I spritz this on my face. I'll do it, hang on. Can you see? Oh, I feel like the sun is allowing you to see that mist. It's very fresh as well, really, really nice. Also worth mentioning, where was that other product that I showed you? This smells amazing. It's a fresh scent, actually. I don't think that's even done anything terrible to my makeup. It's a really, does it say that you can put it on after your makeup? It does say apply to face after cleansing and toning and throughout the day as desired. So in theory, you could put this on over your makeup, I'm guessing. I don't know. But it's like a liquid moisturiser in my mind. It's obviously not going to be as hydrating as a full-on moisturiser. But if you're feeling super lazy, or let's say you're home for the day and you just want a refresher, but you don't want something that's got loads of alcohol in it. I've said that now, how much alcohol is in this. I don't see ingredients on the back. Watch this be full of alcohol. I'm thinking of like my Cordalie Beauty Elixir, and a lot of the sprays that I like to use on my face, a lot of them are alcohol heavy, whereas this is very, very hydrating. I first got this when I was on a flight, or just before I was on a flight to New York, and I used this loads throughout the flight. Don't worry, not in my seat. I know that people are sensitive to these kinds of things, but I used it a ton on the flight, and when I got off that flight, my skin looked amazing. It's just really, really hydrating. And I think it's a really nice way of hydrating your skin in the summer without having to, again, reach for the heavier moisturisers. And if you are very oily, or you have skin that you don't think needs quite as much moisturiser, then it's a nice alternative. Again, I'm all for anything that makes me feel cool and fresh in the summer. The Ameliorate, is that how we're pronouncing this? Ameliorate. I have tried this, the body wash, which body wash is body wash to me. Nothing's particularly exciting about body wash. And there's also like this scrubby, I've shown you in a different video. It's like, how to describe it? It's like a glove that's textured, and you can kind of scrub your skin with it. An exfoliator mitt. Okay, so that. Really, really cool, but you can get that from anywhere. There's loads of different brands that do one of those. This was the product that really stood out to me from the brand, and I was sent a bunch of things from this brand, so again, hashtag gifted. There's something about this, unfortunately, I dropped this and then this won't stay on properly. Number one, I really like the smell of it. Unfortunately, I started using this initially when I was doing all those fake tan videos, which by the way, I still might do some more of those fake tan videos. I'm not totally done. I just kind of am done for now. But I started using this initially when I was using the fake tan, and I realised later it's got, to me, kind of a fake tan smell. And now I'm not sure whether or not I'm just associating it with fake tan, or it definitely has kind of a musk. It's not like a fresh scent. It's got a musk. If you have tried this, please let me know what you think of the smell, because it's a very specific smell. Not a bad smell, but just definitely an unusual smell. And I think quite a lot of the time when I was using those fake tans, I was like, oh, I can still smell the fake tan. And it was this moisturiser that I was using. Anyway, so what is really nice about this is, apart from the fact that it is really hydrating, you can kind of see on my hand right now, it's got like a residue. Let me put, can you see that? It's got kind of like a sticky residue. It's really nice after I've shaved my legs, because it just locks in the moisture in a different way. I find that immediately after I've shaved my legs, if I moisturise, then they'll stay smoother for longer. And I swear, I'm a hairy individual. If I shave my legs in the morning, they are stubbly by the evening. It is a curse. Possibly a werewolf curse. But this is one of the products that when I use it immediately after shaving, they seem to stay smoother for like a day. I don't know how that works. I don't know if my skin is plumper, and so the skin is larger. You can't, like the stubble can't get out. It's the only thing I can think of. But it definitely helps to keep my skin smooth. But this says somewhere, where, something about, oh, here we go. Improves the appearance of bumpy chicken skin. And I completely agree with this. Often when I've been in the sun, I now get these rashes. I don't know what it's all about. I don't know if it's a heat rash or what. It started when I went to Florida in October, and I've never had this before. But I would be sunbathing. Obviously, I've got all my SPF on and stuff. And then I came home and I had like rough skin, like a rash all along my chest, my arms and my back, which is crazy. And it seems to just be a new thing that I've developed. And this really, really helps with it, because when I came back most recently from holiday, I used it then and it almost completely got rid of it. Whereas in October, I was like desperately trying all these acid toners and stuff to get rid of it, and it took a really, really long time to go. Whereas this pretty much fixed it within a week. So I already really, really liked it. I thought it was a really nice moisturiser for my skin, a nice body moisturiser. I'm talking too much. But I also think that it's great for those little bumps that you get. I don't know what it's all about. Last thing, we're like coming in over 20 minutes now, but last thing, the Boots Allergy Eye Mist. I don't think it's this specific one. I'm sure any eye mist is exactly the same, but I have been obsessed with this off and on for a couple of years now. And when it gets to this time of year and everything's really dry, I've never had hay fever ever, but all around this time of year I do tend to get very dry eyes. When I wake up in the morning, I spritz this. Anyone else hear Kesha when you wake up in the morning? Every time I say when I wake up in the morning, I don't know, showing an age thing, I don't know. So I spritz this on top of my eyelids, like closed eyes, and it's like moisturizer for your eyes. So if you have that really, really dry feeling, cannot recommend this enough. Amazing on flights. It's something that I keep in my travel bag always, but every time I've been away anywhere, I end up leaving this on my bedside table and I'm like, yes, I should be using this all the time. It really helps wake me up in the morning. And if you do have dry eyes, especially like in an office, if you're not, there's a helicopter directly above the house. I wonder who they're looking for. Okay, anyway, if you do work in an office, if you can if you're not wearing eye makeup, spray it on your face, and spray it on your eyes, and I swear you will see the difference. It's such a big thing. You know, when you're really, really tired and you take a glass of water and you're like, oh, that's what I needed. I was just dehydrated. Sometimes my eyes are just like, will not stay open. And that's what they needed. A little bit of lubrication for my eyeballs. So that is it. It's been a while since I made a beauty video. They don't do as well, truth be told. I talked about this on Instagram the other day. I was saying videos that people enjoy, videos that people don't enjoy, and like historically, the videos that people have enjoyed, people now are not watching. And so my content is changing slightly. I do still want to talk about the stuff that I want to talk about, but I have to listen to the audience via what you're choosing to watch. And so I make less of the things that people watch less of. Vlogs and stuff, like the holiday stuff, people didn't seem to enjoy as much. And you seem to be liking the kind of shopping vlogs and stuff more. I would love to hear from you what you actually like to watch on YouTube now. There's so much stuff, less time, more things to watch. You know, you can't watch everything. But I do still want to occasionally do these beauty videos because there's always something new to talk about. And this is where we came from, guys. This is why we were here. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe. Probably my next video is going to be the Primark Birmingham video. I'm so excited to go. This Saturday I'm going to This Morning Live with Emma, and we're going to Birmingham Primark. We're just really, really excited about it. And yeah, it's going to be like a week of content about Birmingham Primark. I'm going to have a Birmingham Primark come shop with me. I'm going to maybe do a vlog around the This Morning thing and stuff. I know, you know, we'll see if you guys want a vlog. And then a haul. So yeah, get ready for Birmingham Primark week because it's coming.
Every time I'm going out, the same things keep happening. New boy, same tricks.